welcome back to the Business Doctors Show. Business Doctors, here we are.
Hello.
Good to see you. You've been listening to the conversation between Kieran and myself. So Kieran's got a great business here in Osborne Park. He's a franchisee and he's looking for very specific advice from you guys today. So just to recap on his core problems, number one was how to educate the customer on the benefits of coming into the store, doing a needs analysis to find out which product is going to be best for you, and how does he educate the customer on how that saves them time, money and energy in the long run. The second part of his problem was people only buy, or on average, people buy flooring or carpets every 8 years. So that's a long lead time to get repeat customers or repeat business. So what sort of advice can you give him to make sure that he gets that repeat business or that he gets referrals, in the meantime? And last but not least, he's experiencing, as many retailers are, the issue of price wars, particularly online people, salespeople who don't have the retail business. They're always undercutting. And again, it's the education. How do we educate people that that's really not the way to go and you're going to lose out in the end? So 3 great problems here. Again, won't just be pertinent to Kieran, but pertinent to many, many business owners who are watching the show. Are you ready for your dissection?
Yes.
I'll leave you guys to it.
Thanks, Lorraine.
Andrew, you've run a similar business. I'm interested in your thoughts on this issue.
Everything Karen was saying, I totally get, and I think many businesses in this space would be feeling and having the same challenges that Karen is. So we're continuously working on them. So I feel I can really give some input to Karen on this challenge he's got.
To me, the marketing and the sales are major issues.
Yep.
What challenges did you face and how did you overcome them?
Well, we're overcoming them every day, so it's never, I don't think it's ever a problem you just solve once and then it's good. You've got to continually work at it, because the reality is the consumers these days are time poor, especially that younger demographic, and also the internet purchasing means they're not as inclined to come into showrooms like they used to in the old days. So we get very few clients coming into us. So one of the things we need to work with Karen is how to build that value to make it worthwhile of people coming into the showroom, because the bricks and mortar store model is potentially a dinosaur, so we have to create it so it doesn't become that.
One of the things is this is a franchise. I believe the marketing is undertaken from the eastern states.
Yes.
So I would be interested to know what freedom he has to change or alter the marketing and the sales process. So I think we need to find that out.
The 8 to 10 year life cycle, yeah, that's very long. And I was wondering if there's a way in which he can keep that client going. Air conditioning, you can service the client, so you keep it. Is there anything with floor coverings? I don't know, whether sort of cleaning, checking, or anything where he can continually service those clients,
keep in contact with
for a period of time and maintain, which could, one, lengthen the actual life cycle.
I guess there's opportunity to try and identify some types of advertising which he might be able to do through social media as a network. So it's low cost, but it's going to broaden the horizons. Could that look something a little bit more like some information videos, some tips and tricks on what are the dangers of buying online? Why is it important that you come into the store to touch and be able to feel and have someone like Kieran guide you through that process?
Absolutely.
I just also want to reframe this discussion in that I believe you can get people in, you can get people keen to purchase earlier than 8 years. There's standards in terms of health that people are not aware of, and people are now very, very conscious about health. They're very conscious about sustainability. They're very conscious about fires. There have been fires in London that have raised consciousness and awareness. And so I believe if you are able to market and to be able to create a story for people, that will get people to be interested, that will heighten the awareness. The other thing is, with the 8-year gap, I actually think you need to just get over that, because essentially when there is a down economy, people don't buy new houses, they renovate, and it's well known. And there's lots of renovations going on, so I don't believe there's an 8-year gap. I think that's just a good excuse not to get back in contact with someone. So I think we need to know about what his limitations are in regards to marketing and selling.
And I think another big thing is form these strategic alliances with builders, interior designers, architects. Give something to them so they then can recommend you and do cooperative campaigns or marketing with them.
If you become the authority and then go to who's got your clients before you do, so the architects, renovators, and just go and see them if you're able to do that.
Yeah.
And again, it comes back to what are the limitations for a franchisee. However, I would have people going out to who's got my clients before me, where is my money, and I would just go, this is our point of difference. And I'd sell to the architects, renovators, knowing that that's where there's going to be a growth in market. If you're looking at trends, that's the trend, renovations.
He has spoken about sort of selling the business.
Yeah.
To make it more attractive for a customer who doesn't feel like they're just buying another franchise, he's going to have to sort of set himself apart from other businesses in the same industry. What makes his business really attractive? What extra processes and sales has he got behind the scenes to really draw customers into him?
Okay, so we've got lots of questions to ask. I think we're ready to go.
I think we are.
Let's get in.
So, business doctors meet Kieran.
Hello. Okay.
Kieran, are you ready for some advice?
Really? Yes. Yes, I am.
Excited, scared, nervous, all of the three?
It all depends what they tell me.
They do bite. I'll leave you to it.
So for your number one problem, and that is you want to get rid of debt and exit in 5 years.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very clear what you're going to get from me, and that is have a good marketer review your systems and audit your systems. Have a very good salesperson audit your sales process. And this is a top salesperson, have a top salesperson come in and shadow your team in everything they do and audit you. And then train. And the last two bits of advice are basically go outbound with your sales. Don't sit and wait for people.
Another solution there is to actually form alliances with the other franchisee holders in Perth and actually collectively put out some social media marketing. Now, that's not necessarily just direct on sales, but it's actually producing some infomercials or some videos that talks about the importance of visiting the store to make the buying purchase.
And the other thing I was going to suggest was your showroom's beautiful, but it's quite static. I believe it could be a bit more interactive with some more screens up, demonstrating, showing tips and that information source that Michael mentioned. So whatever you could be doing on social media could be replicated in the showroom and just make it a little bit more modern and 21st century.
Okay, Kieran, you've obtained some great ideas here. My last piece of advice is one, listen to the ideas, implement them all, take action, and get outbound. Don't wait for people to come to you.
Will do.
Thank you.
So what were the takeaway bits then? Because they were saying educate through social media.
Educate through social media. They said build a relationship with CRM through for referral marketing and go and meet more people. But CRM, so that the customers that you serve are not forgotten over time. And the most important one was analyze the business from top to bottom, like everything, the whole lot.
So some good stuff. Your questions have answered. You're a happy man.
I am definitely, but I'll be happier once I get them done very quickly.
It's the same as every business. So thank you very much for joining us. I hope you've learned something from Kieran's experience and from the advice of the business doctors. Join us on our next episode where we dissect another Perth local business.